Simply put, the political divide, in America at least, is the difference between self autonomy and safety and the values on them. Because the right values self autonomy 80% and safety of everyone in the group 20%. And the left values the safety of the group at 80% and the self autonomy of the individual at 20%. Which is why there's no real negotiating. It's not 60-40 where it's like, yeah, I guess we can move a little bit. It's like, you're way over there on that? How? How could you be even there? How could you even be less than 40%, right? Even though we were starting at 60-40, but still, it's like, you're 20% on safety? You're 20% on someone being able to self-actualize their whole self? Really? That's insane. But it's in comparison to these things in and of themselves. It is not saying that an individual should have 20% self autonomy or 80% self autonomy. It is to say that an individual, in relative comparison to these dangerous scenarios, should have not as much autonomy given the danger. And then other people are saying, even though there's the danger, people should still have the right to have the autonomy and do things and choose decisions for themselves. And it's very interesting. It's very interesting, politically speaking, because in some ways, there's a bit of both of that on both sides, and it's more closer to 60-40. But the hard viewpoints of the major leading political sides in the news and in the media everywhere is 80-20, because that's where the major talking points are, right? Abortions and schools and trans kids and all this other stuff, right? It's on those lines. Those are the topics of talking points, which hard set on, well, we want this for this way because we believe this at 80% and 20% on this because this is an extreme case. And then we're like, no, 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 we believe 80% on this and 20% on this because this is an extreme case. You're seeing it wrong and you're not taking care of it. You're doing the opposite of what we should hear. And that's the issue. It's the we're not even close in values, but we still sort of have values. We just disproportionately care about different things. And that's the hard part, because caring about the safety and well-being of a collective as an individual feels more beneficial than an individual caring about an individual to an individual from an individual who cares about the collective. But on the counter side of that, that's ridiculous. You're just going to give up what you are? Yeah, no thanks. People don't want to be slaves, buddy. People don't want to be slaves yet. No thanks. I'll take my freedom. This is America, after all. We do want freedom. So, yeah, why don't you go somewhere else if you want that safety stuff? Like, I don't know.